time is it?
It's coffee talk with Karen. Leave me the fuck alone. Hi. It's coffee talk with Karen. Do you know who I am? Hi. It's coffee talk with Karen. Now leave me the fuck alone.
To do with the accent.
The what?
The accent.
You're worried about my accent. Not for
I'm
nothing.
not worried about it. I'm just saying.
Now it's nighttime.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. Well, we got like no lighting here.
That's
so
all right. Listen,
we're making it work.
The way we're doing this is amazing.
We're doing it. We got it.
Yeah. No.
Right?
I don't have an accent. You have an accent.
Oh, you have an accent. I know I have an accent. I own that. But if you think you don't have an accent, you're out of your freaking mind.
It's not an accent. That's an accent.
Yeah, that's an accent.
A very
too.
strong one at that.
Yes, you love my voice.
It goes right through you.
Vinny rather texts with me because he hates my voice.
Yeah, I can't listen to that.
He rather texts. We do a lot of our talking via text. It works better that way. Nobody gets that. He doesn't get a headache.
Hey, it's coffee talk with Karen. Leave me the fuck alone.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where the hell is everybody? Nobody's saying good morning to me? What the frig, man? Hi, Ray. Look, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. Boob shot. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Come on, come say hello. Come on. Oh, no, you're going to lay down and be a snuggle monster? Oh, there she is. There's the belly boobs. That's why I always have hair all over me. Okay, you want to be on the camera? You want to be on the camera too? We're waiting for everybody to come. Say, did you get your coffee? Are you ready to talk to my mommy? Are you ready to talk to my mommy? Everybody say good morning to Bella. Say good morning to my belly boobs. Yes, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, right? I don't know. To me, every day is thirsty, but, you know, we'll go with Thursday. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Vanessa. I see somebody, it says Facebook user. I'm not sure where you're watching from, but I do not see your name. Good morning. For those of you that, you know, sometimes I don't see your names, you might be on my personal page. So you want to be on the business page, you want to be on the Karen Stacy page, or you want to be on the Real Talk Coffee Talk page if you want to see other people's comments. Yes, good morning, Pete. How are you? Hi, Tamara, my girl. Happy belated birthday again. Looked like you had a nice time. Nice that people came through. Vanessa, good morning. Should I do another boob shot? Wait, let's see. Woohoo! Coffee talk with Karen. Oh, I'm out of my mind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Emily, my girl. Good morning, my love. I'm so happy to see you. Been thinking of you and sending you much love and light. Sylvia, good morning. So, I don't know, I seem to have lost a lot of people lately. Can you do me a favor? Could you share out the video for me? Could you tag a friend? Let's get more people in on the conversation, please. Gina, I thank you. You have definitely stepped up, and I appreciate that so very much. Hi, Giselle. How are you? So I thought I would do something a little, you know, different today. Since I've been Jody, good morning, sweetie. Haven't seen a lot of you guys on. It's nice to have you on. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yeah, I mean, where are we now? How the hell did we get to, like, this point where, like, my kid's going back to school? Not this Monday, but next Monday. Like, how'd that happen? I mean, I was just, like, counting down the days to summer and, like, you know, I'm finally breaking through on my tan, and now it's going to be over. You know, like I don't get it. What? Ugh, I really do. I gotta move because I mean, I love New York. I'm a New Yorker, obviously, but like, I'm just not ready for like things being closed down and not being able. I hope I could still be outside. You know how it goes. Anyway, who else is on here? Tom, hi, darling. How are you doing today? I am doing well, thank you. Hey, Pete. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. So listen. I'm not gonna like, I keep it real. I'm straight with you. It is not easy having topics to discuss every single day. Okay, so now I'm 3 days. I've been doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the summer, right? So, I'm trying to stay relevant. I'm trying to stay with it, but it ain't always easy because, we don't really want to talk about top like current event things because every time we do, we all want to shoot ourselves in the head, right? Because we know the world we're living in right now. So I like to kind of change it up a little bit and talk about things that kind of take you away for an hour and get you out of your own head. And always, like I say, I always try and, bring a different perspective to people, right? So I always ask for suggestions to what to talk about. But, people think it's easy. Everybody can do a talk show. People just get on and start talking. Meanwhile, they bore the crap out of you and you got to change the thing like in 2 seconds, right? So it's not that easy to do. It's not that easy to stay relevant. It's not that easy to actually back what you're saying as well. So I thought it would be interesting to see what people might want to talk about. So somebody needs to tag Sally Sal. Somebody needs to tag Michael Stamos because of the 5,000 friends that I have, those two were the only ones that actually added something to the comments as to what they wanted to speak about. So do me a favor, you guys, share this video, tag your friends, whoever is out there. We need a little bit of help here because I know a lot, like Gina's trying to tag everybody, but Gina doesn't know everybody. So we need like Alyssa, Tamara, can you start tagging people in because you know everybody. I'm kind of upside down right now for some reason in terms of sharers and supporters here. I have a question. How much is a pack of cigarettes in NYC? Does anybody know? So I saw you posted that, Jody, and you tagged me in it, and my response was, I don't smoke. I have no idea how much a pack of cigarettes are. I think the last time I heard somebody say they were like $10, I almost dropped dead. I think in your post it said $15, which I really have no idea. The last time I smoked was 2000, right around 9/11. That's the last time I had a cigarette. Facebook user, good morning, everyone. I'm not sure who that is, but good morning. $14 to $15 in stores. There's your answer, Jody. $14 to $15 in stores. So let me get this straight. There are people that smoke a pack or two a day, $10 in vape shops. Interesting. So there are people that smoke. Okay, I don't know, Stamos, I can't see you. However you are, for some reason your name is not coming up. I don't know where you are or if that is you. If people are smoking a pack or two a day and you're spending $30 a day on cigarettes, I guess I don't really feel that bad about drinking, like I feel bad, if I'm getting drinks because I'm like, damn, I should be using that money, to feed myself, but drinking's important. But no, really, like, that's a lot of money. So I guess the answer to that is correct. Cigarettes is like $6 to the state. I'm not sure who said that. Wow. I live in Illinois. I just paid $10 for a pack. Guys, I think it's a good time to quit smoking. Just saying. Call me cray cray, but everything in New York is gone up exponentially. You need, like, I need to keep, like, getting into shape because I need to, like, start stripping around a pole to be able to put food on the table at this point. It's actually insane. Emily, that's insane. Imagine the people that smoke a pack a day, right? Well, or two packs a day, even $30 a day to kill yourself. I mean, that's insane in the membrane, right? Michelle, good morning, honey. Michelle, can you help me out? Can you tag in some people, please, and share this out to groups? I need your help, you guys. I'm kind of, like I said, okay, Tamara, are you able to share it out to some groups? Good morning, Diane. We haven't seen you here in a while. How are you? Cigarette tax is almost $6 to the state plus the ticket smokers. It's gold mine to the state. A lot of people are coming up on here. Facebook user, I'm not seeing your name. So if I do not state your name, it's not because I don't like you. Well, maybe I don't, but if I can't see your name, I can't tell for sure if I don't like you or not. Oh boy, you guys are going crazy over this. Like, nicotine is more addictive than heroin. Oh yeah, I don't have to look up studies. I know. Emily, I smoke special cigarettes. Doctor said, but regular smoking is outrageous. That's crazy. My name doesn't show any. No, I don't know who that is. I don't see your name. Remember, if you go on the Karen Stacy page, not my personal page, I can almost always see everybody's names on there. So first of all, good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. There we go. I see you now, Michael. Yes. Better. Look, I don't know if you can see this, but like this is a rough life here. Let me see you. What happened? Look. This is a rough life, huh? Rough life, I tell you. Yeah. So anybody that if you guys see me like moving my arm, don't think I'm playing with myself or anything. I'm just I'm petting the dog, not me. So again, good morning. Thank you for joining me for Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on Facebook on the Karen Stacy page. That's the professional page, okay? We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Real Talk Coffee Talk. And we are live on YouTube and Twitch, Real Talk Karen Stacy. So for those of you that have Facebook fuckery going on, you can always tune in on YouTube, okay? I know a lot of people do not like social media, so you can do it there. Oh, thank you, Tamara. All right, so first of all, for those of you that haven't done so already, make sure you hit those buttons. Hit the notification button, turn the thumbs up button on the Karen Stacy page, join the Real Talk Coffee Talk group, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Twitch. This way you know when I'm going live. All right, so today I posted that I wanted a topic for today's show. So I'm going to read what, hold on a second. So I'm going to read, hold on, let me find it because, of course, now I have 17. Now, this is the thing. If any of you guys, like, send me messages and all this other stuff, like, please understand that if you were to see my notifications, I can't find nothing. So don't, like, get, like, twisted if I'm not, like, responding to you or whatever. Sally Sal. We need somebody to tag Sally Sal for me. Let me see. So now, let's talk. We're going to go, since Sally Sal isn't on yet, we're going to do, Michael Stamos is here. So we're going to talk about what Michael Stamos wanted us to talk about. So Michael said, does age really matter in a relationship? Does age really matter in a relationship? Okay, should I type this? Okay, does age matter in a relationship? Let's see if I spelled that correctly. Okay, mommy, okay. Okay, so now let me put this up. Give me a sec. So this is the logo for the professional page, just so you see. Okay, so Michael asked, does age really matter in a relationship? So, as I know there's a delay, it's going to take you a minute for you guys to respond to this. So, I think that it depends on your age in terms of whether or not it really matters. So Emily said, after a certain age, no, but yes, it does matter. 15 will get you 20. Right. So that is very true. If you're into the youngins, you gotta like check yourself before you wreck yourself. I tell my son all the time, even just in general, you gotta teach your kids, stay away. Statutory rape it gets screamed a lot because these girls get busted because they were getting a little bit of the hot sausage, and then they find out and they tell their parents that they forced it upon them, even though they were the ones that were all in, right? Okay, let me see. So my if okay, hold on. If short term, probably not, but a long term relationship with more than 12 years will get stressful. 12-year age difference. Okay. So again, there is a very tricky. It's a trick. First of all, I'm terrible with numbers, but here's the tricky part. Okay. So in theory, if you are with somebody that is your age, let's just say your age. In theory, we all know that, women kill men. So if you're in a heterosexual relationship, odds are, women, we torture our men, right? But for the most part, most people, like our parents and ancestors, a lot of them were kind of the same age, right? So, and customarily, the man was always older than the woman, right? And they always say that, women mature faster than men, right? Okay. So, in theory, if your partner is the same age as you, God willing, longevity wise, you will grow old together. Now, my husband was 6 months younger than me, so I have kind of so I got nothing because he should still be here, right? So we don't know what's happening from one minute to the next. So the way I see it, and I think this is more so when you get older, in my opinion. I personally, so I'm 50, so 51, excuse me. So I'm going to be straight with you. A 60-year-old guy may be handsome and attractive, but he really, Bella, what are you doing? He really got to be have it going on, because you know what? Not for nothing, but your body changes a lot. First of all, in men, sometimes, all the parts don't work. And I mean, I know there's blue pills, but I like everything in working order when, I'm buying it. And, it's, there is a difference there. And there are a lot of, especially, listen, on both ends, right? I know on, all these men, right, that want all of these young girls, right? And then there are these young guys that want the MILFs, right? So now I gotta say, my thoughts on this change with each year I go. So I mean that after I lost my husband and everybody was like, you gotta date, and I tried this dating online thing or whatever, I was encountering some older men. And to me, they were just too old for me. And then the younger guys were too young for me. And I'm like, what am I going to do with you? I mean, I knew what I was going to do with them, but they're not even good at that because they're too young. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So, like, it's a really tough call because I was saying to myself, you know what, the older guys are all full of shit, so let me try the younger ones. Let me see what goes on with that. And still, nothing. So, I think it really depends. The other thing that I have to say about that is there's two ways of looking at it. So, obviously, looks are one thing, right? Because the younger you are, maybe, the more attractive you may be, right? But then the older you are, God willing, this dog is nuts. God willing, the more secure you are, God willing, you know who you are at that point. You know what you bring to the table. And you've learned from all of the mistakes you've made. So now you're bringing good shit to the table. Right? So I'm going to agree with Michael. I think a 12-year difference is a pretty grand difference. Not to say that it doesn't work per se, but yes, I mean, if you look at somebody, so for instance, let's say I'm 51. Why do I keep saying I'm 50? So I date somebody 12 years older than me, so he's going to be 63. So, you know, between 50 and 60, you kind of still got it going on, right? Depending on how you live. But now I'm 60, he's 72. So there's a big difference there. So I guess it really just depends on the person that you are, because there are some people that, you know, like look at my father. My father is, I think he's 78. And I mean, we do not compete, but, you know, we do our, what is that called? We share our, you know, exercise and all that stuff. And that man is killing it. Killing it. But he's still 78 years old. You know, and I have to say to myself, because of the way he lives his life, I'm like, shit, he's fucking 78. Like, he's pushing 80. But he's not living the life of a pushing 80 guy. Then you have people that are pushing 80 that don't push nothing. They sit around all day and they nap, right? So it really depends on your lifestyle, and I think it also depends on your mental as well, because like I said, a lot of times when someone seeks a younger person, I need that depth. And I'm not saying that younger people don't have depth, but they don't have the life experiences that we have, right? So like I go in deep, and I can barely get people my age or better that can keep up with me. So not to say that there aren't going to be younger guys that you won't have, or women that you won't have the ability to do that with. But I think that most of the times when you see people, especially older, you know, with younger, I think it also has to do, the younger you are, the more, you know, you're going to go with the flow, right? The more you're going to probably be the follower. So maybe the quote unquote easier you may be to deal with, because like you get a man or you get a woman that's established that won't settle for that freaking, what do you mean you can't call me? What happened? Your fingers broke? Like what happened? Like, you know, as opposed to when you have somebody that has the control in the relationship. So I think that age has something to do with that too. And I think that there are people that tend to migrate towards younger people in a relationship, A, because maybe they want eye candy, and B, because they may be a little bit easier to mold or control. I think that might be the right word, right? All right, so let's see what you guys are saying, since I just went off on a tangent. Let me see. Emily, I grew up with that mindset. All right, hold on. You guys all went commenting and Karen was yapping. Okay. Let me see. It's always a good idea to date people close to your age, Sylvia said. Michael Stamos, good point. Life changes in a moment. Correct. Emily said, my grandfather was a few years older, and some of my father and my mother. My husband was also 4 years older than me. Mentally, it makes sense. Indeed. Tony. Hi, Tony. Come on, guys, share out this video. What do you talk about with someone who is way out of the range? That's my thing. I have a hard enough time talking to people that are in my range because, so many people aren't, but that's a whole other story. Okay, Gina said, Billy is 10 years older than me. We met, I was 28. He was 38. We have an ongoing joke. When I was in second grade, he was graduating high school. That's funny shit, Gina. But still, 10 years is a little bit, but see, again, there's my thing. The difference between 28 and 38 isn't so great. Well, if it's that way, if you were 38 and he was 28, then it would have been a huge difference. But in my opinion, what I have noticed in life is that men usually start to, let's say, matriculate into being a man at about 30 years old. That's when they kind of realize, like, I guess I got to kind of do this, right? So I think 28, 38, not so bad. But I would make that joke as well. Giselle, my parents had a 20-year difference, wow, between them. When you have a difference like that, it affects the relationship as they get older. Yeah, that would be my assumption as well. Hi, Laura, how are you? I'm glad you're back. Can you see me? Whoever that is, no, I cannot. I mean, I see you, but it just says Facebook user. Michelle, my dad married someone 15 years younger than him, and back then it didn't affect them, but now he's in his late 70s. I see it is hard on them. She's still very much outgoing, and he just wants to chill. Right, so that's my point, is that you have to have, and I even notice it with my own people, like, I've had guys that, I was talking to or whatever, and they're, they're within 5 years of my age, I want to say, although one of them lies, so I have no idea how old he actually is. But, it's like, look, I'm not all about jumping into clubs and all that stuff, but you know what? I like people. I like to do it. Would I do it every single weekend? No. I'd be very happy going out to dinner, and all that kind of stuff. But I am fun, and I like to go out and have fun. I like to be an ass. I like to laugh. I like to mingle. I like to talk to people. I like to listen to music. I like to dance. So, I don't care how old you are. I could be dating a 40-year-old, but if you're not into that, then you are not my person, So I think, like we were just discussing, I think it also depends on the person's mindset. That being said, this is like a messed up thing for me to say, because I remember when I was trying the online thing and some older guy was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, you're just kind of too old for me, I'm sorry. And, he got pissed off at me. But, I'm not there yet. I'm sorry, but I'm still all about, I'm not going to say I'm all about looks, but I am. I need that chemistry. Listen, as we get older, things start to get a little saggier and droopier and this and that, and I'm okay with that, ish. But at least you got to be working on it, I mean, I'm not looking for somebody, to be 6 months pregnant with their bellies hanging out and all of that. I work hard every day to try to look good. I want somebody that dresses nicely. I want somebody that has style. I want somebody that exercises their mind, their body, and their soul. And a lot of times as people get older, they drop off on that stuff, And that's not just older. There are a lot of people that are single or, married, and they don't take care of themselves. Again, that's all up to the individual. But me personally, I'm still the girl that likes the long hair and the ripped jeans and, and cuts in the stomach. I mean, I like a nice freaking chest that I can grab. I like arms that I could feel. I mean, that's just me. So anyway, geez, I'm starting to sweat. Is it hot in here? But good morning, and thank you guys for joining us for Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy public page. We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. We are live on YouTube, Real Talk Karen Stacy. We are live on Twitch, Real Talk Karen Stacy. So share out the video, tag your friends. Thank you to those of you that are participating in the conversation. We had a question that was brought to us by our one of our listeners, which was, does age matter in a relationship? So this is what we are talking about now. We also had another person that wanted us to talk about something, but if he's not on the show, then I'm not talking about his topic. So somebody that knows Sally Sal, tag him in. Hope Laura said, hopefully I learned. Okay, more difficult. Our age difference does come into play when it comes to raising our kids nowadays. Oh, okay. So let's see. Stay healthy for you and your partner and keep the drive alive. Sylvia, my brother is 43 and his wife is 10 years younger than him. She cheated on him. They were separated for 2 years. Eventually they got back together. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, that stinks. Diane, my father was 11 years older than my mom. Diane, but my son is younger than his girlfriend. Facebook user, 28 and 38, you can build a relationship, then later on doesn't seem like that big of a gap. Hi, Pauline. Good morning. Tony, I've been with older women and younger women. Age doesn't matter to me. What matters is that she is mature and willing to bring the wild side out of me. Only you would say that. Laura says she agrees. Facebook user, people sometimes get pissed off at honesty, but you are doing right thing by telling them up front. I agree. I really, I'm all about honesty, probably too much so, but I never feel you could be too honest, because the one thing you can always say about me is you always know where you stand. When people are straight up, even though a lot of people don't like it because people want things sugar-coated. I mean, my son, I'll give you a funny, for instance. So yesterday, my son and I were talking, and we were talking about something, and I was saying they were going to do karaoke someplace. And I said, oh, my God, there's nothing worse than, drunk people, like singing and acting, nutty or whatever. So he says, yeah. And then I go, well, why? How does mommy act when she drinks? So he goes, well, you're just like a lot more annoying. I was like, what? A lot more annoying. Oh, so you think I'm annoying? I go. And he's like, well, Mom. I'm like, give me examples. What do you mean? So I was asking him, so now I have to break his balls about that because I'm annoying. But you know what he said to me? I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Mom. I'm telling it so you like it is. And I was like, that's my kid. Now shut the fuck up now. Yeah, you know what? If people kept it honest more than they didn't, the world would be a better place. Are there certain things that should be left unsaid? Absolutely. But if someone is asking you a question, you should answer it. You should be mindful of the words that you use, not to hurt someone's feelings, I think. But, saying the truth and being honest doesn't mean that you're being mean. Unless you say it mean, right? So just be conscious of the way you say things. That's all. Laura said, so true. Oh, thank you. Who takes Sally Sal? Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Ricardo. I was in Facebook jail. Now I know how Giselle feels. But Ricardo, you've watched on YouTube as well. So you can always jump on. Anybody that goes to Facebook jail, you can still be with me on YouTube. Emily, even as a friend, your honesty is gold. Love you. I love you too, baby. Haha. My kids say that when I drink, I hug and kiss them too much, and my bad language escalates. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, apparently, I harp on things, which I do because I keep saying something until somebody gets it. and maybe I should, like, stop and not say it as much, but I can't help it. And apparently when I'm drinking, I do it more, which is what my son was trying to say, because, like, when he goes to do something, I don't like the way he's doing it. And so, like, if he's putting chairs away, like, I got to do it myself now, and so he's like, you can't just let it be. And he's right, and my husband used to say the same thing to me. So I don't know, I try to work on it, but apparently I'm failing in that department. I'm going through a thing now with my daughter. Gina said she's 16, her boyfriend's 20. I was under the impression he was 18 since he graduated high school last year. Yes, I'm not happy, but now I feel like a hover mom more so than usual. I'm not happy, to say the least, that he's a 20-year-old. Mentally, I pray every day they break up. Yeah, that's tough because, we don't want to think about the fact that our children are, having sex. But if a 16-year-old is with a 20-year-old, unless they're really, really immature, the odds are that, they're doing the hokey pokey. So, no one wants to think about their children doing that, right? So that kind of stinks. Where did... oh, here it is. Okay, Bella, I know. All right, so apparently Sal is not coming on today. So we can't discuss his topic if he doesn't want to be here with us, right? I mean, what do you think? So, I think the general consensus, let's tie up, does age matter in a relationship? So I think the general consensus is yes, right? Would that be the general consensus? Everybody hit the button. Tell me yes or no. Does age matter in a relationship? Yes or no? Let's take a poll. Let's see what everybody thinks. So I'm going to go with yes for the most part, right? Just like I said, there are, like everything in life, there are always exceptions to the rules. Okay, so Michael said yes. Tony says no. We're talking about a relationship, Tony. We're not just talking about a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We're not talking about, like, fuck buddies. We're talking about an actual relationship. Okay, Rosie said yes. Come on, guys, let's go. I know there's a delay. Type it in. It's not that big of a deal. Yay or nay? Yay. Okay, Emily, yes. Sylvia, yes. So now I'm telling you right now, after you wrote all this, you better make sure, if I see any of you guys, like, hitting a younger person, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, didn't you say that age mattered? Not just a relationship, a successful relationship. Yes, very well put, Emily. Absolutely. We want success for sure. Where is everybody? Get back on here. I lost everybody. Come on, let's go. Where are you? Yes, I agree 100%. Well, that's the whole thing, is that I always talk about successful things because I don't believe in doing things unsuccessfully. Right, if the love is there, age doesn't matter. So, again, we agree with that part, but what we are saying is that it makes it very difficult, depending on the age difference, for the longevity of the relationship. Now, if I'm, like pushing up there and I gotta be honest too, even just like now, like let's say my age or whatever, right? I do my best to try to, look a certain way, but not that I'm competing, but I can't even compete with like I'm looking at a 40-year-old, they're looking at me like, ugh, like, how much older are you? Like, I have that thing on my stomach where no matter how much I work out, it's like the skin doesn't, want to tighten there because of the collagen. I'm taking collagen, whatever. But, like, these are things that when you get older, you notice. And when you're younger, you're looking at it and you're like, damn, you're old. Right? I don't think I would feel comfortable taking my clothes off in front of a 40-year-old. I really don't. For booty call, younger is fine. For the relationship, 10 years max. Yeah, and again, like I said, even with the booty call, I feel like I would be very self-conscious. I mean, there's a big difference between, like each decade of your life, your body looks different. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you work out. I don't care how good you eat. We look different. The wrinkles come in. The skin doesn't go back the same way. I mean, maybe if it's really dark, but, I gotta say that, you definitely, I mean, maybe if the person's into it, it's a different story, but it would be on my head. I gotta say it. It would be on my mind. I would absolutely die to get naked in front of anyone under 40. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's really, no matter how good you may even look, there is a difference between a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old, body. And again, I don't give a shit how much you work out. I mean, maybe if you're like an insane person and you're competing, but even then, you got to work, you got to do quadruple the work to look that way, because your body is like, no, we're old. We don't do this. We're going to wrinkle. You're going to sag. And then think about, wrinkling and, I don't even know. I mean, even, it's funny, right? So even with DJs, that DJ, depending on the crowd, like, even at my events, my DJ was like, we got to take it down for a song or two, because, everybody here is like over 50, and maybe, they don't really exercise that much. They can't dance all night long. When we were 30 years old, 20 years old, who danced all night long? I mean, I still can dance all night long, but now people got to take a break. And I'm banging for 48. There you go, Emily. Yes, you are. J-Lo looks good at 52. Sylvia, if I had her money, I would look good too. So yeah, let me pull back on my, thank you for correcting me there, Sylvia. If you have the power or want to do any kind of enhancements, then yes, you are fighting time. And absolutely, J-Lo looks great for 52, because I'm sure everything has been sucked and tucked and everything else, right? So for those of us that aren't there, let's be real about it, I mean, and there are a lot of people, and I got nothing but love for anybody. Do what makes you feel good. But for those of us that don't do those type of things, it's hard to keep up, because, so J-Lo's a year older than me, and I mean, look at her body, her face, everything. There ain't a wrinkle, there ain't nothing. Everything is tight as could be. I couldn't keep up with that. Not without her plastic surgeon. I'm 34. I'm probably the youngest here. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we have a wide range of listeners. Oh yes, everything has been sucked for sure. She's Jenny from the block. You ain't kidding. I know. Wardrobe people, hairstylists, plastic surgeons, multi-million-dollar brands, for J-Lo and the Kardashians. Exactly. And this is like the bad part about all of that stuff, is that there are people trying to look like that. So now, there are people that are within my age group, and they're posting pictures of themselves in bikinis and in this and in that. And, there's filters on the photos. They go to plastic surgeons. They do all of these things. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. So if they're standing next to me, they 100% look good, because, they did what they needed to do to look that way. And you know what? God bless them. I don't know, I mean, maybe if I marry Elmer J. Fudd and I'm on my mansion and my yacht, maybe I would consider doing things like that, but it's not really me. But I don't, listen, to each his own. Everybody does what makes them feel good, hopefully, right? If they have the ability to do that. Good topic for show next week. how people try to look like famous people. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's, you know what? We should talk about that next week. Michael, remind me of that one. Yeah, that is really an interesting thing, right? And like, so I have never in my life tried to look like anybody else. But that's a crazy topic. You're right. I like it. I like it. Well, you guys are pretty awesome. I appreciate the suggestions. Oh, thank you, Tony. But you know what I'm trying to say. Um, it was kind of a fun topic. I like to talk about different things. Like I said, listen, the world is going crazy. We're like coming towards Armageddon at this point. And I'm just trying not to think about it. I'm trying to stay focused on being happy, enjoying the rest of the summer, and, just smiling and enjoying the moment and living each day to the fullest. So this was a fun topic to discuss because, there was no thought needed. And again, I wish everybody the best of luck in any relationship, whether somebody's older, younger, or whatever the case may be. All I say is, like with anything else in life, make sure that, you're finding the right match for you. Are you choosing somebody 10 years, 20 years younger than you because you don't have the maturity level to keep up with a person your age? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, it is what it is. My little girl is back. Now she's trying to get under the blanket. Look. Look. This is what she does. See? Look. She gets under the blankie. Look. This is what we see. Moving up. There she is. Come on, little girl. What are you doing? This is what she does. She's so freaking cute. My son will be like, "Ma, where's Bella?" And I'm like, and then all of a sudden he'll see like, the blanket move. He's like, "Oh, there she is." Famous people don't even look like themselves with all the plastic surgery. That's true. Well, let me be honest here. My daughter is bisexual, and he's really a she. So if they are doing anything, she won't get pregnant. Gina, for a really, that's some situation, I like it. There's a silver lining there. So, you know what? Bam. There you go. So, see, this is why one size does not fit all. Remember that. All right. Well, I love you guys. Happy Thirsty Thursday. I will see you guys on Tuesday for Coffee Talk with Karen at 11 a.m. Thank you for tuning in on MiamiMikeRadio.com. Thank you for tuning in on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Hit that join button. Thank you for tuning in on the Karen Stacy page. Hit that thumbs up button. Turn your notifications on. Don't forget to go to YouTube, Real Talk Karen Stacy, and subscribe, because we are live on there too. So if you are in Facebook jail, you can always go and watch me there. And then we are also on Twitch, Real Talk Karen Stacy. So I love you guys. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Remember, tomorrow isn't promised. Don't be an asshole today. Love and light to each and every one of you. Stay safe out there, you guys. I love you. Bye. Ciao, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you Tuesday.